In my culture, they believe that a woman's wealth is centered around her husband. Go for knowledge. That's the first step to your wealth. He said he'll give you wisdom to make wealth. It's in the Bible. You have to go visit your bank. Women rather are like assets, not liability. Hello my family and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Precious Ogo, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. Please do well to subscribe to this platform where we share valuable content revolving around faith, fashion and finance. And if this is not your first time, that means you just subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. I hope to do more with you even in the nearest future. I also want to use this opportunity to also thank my amazing subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you. In today's video, we're going to be talking about money. And I know that we also remember that this is also a Christian channel. So everything we're going to be doing definitely has to also revolve around Christian values. So I decided that this video today would talk about money. And honestly, I would have to tell you that my first step towards money issues, I was thinking prior to this time, and I believe that some of you have also thought this way before, that it was only men who had to talk about money. That anytime you talk about money, in my culture, they believe that a woman's wealth is centered around her husband. So if you're single, that means you're even lacking. And it's weird if you're single and you're making it when it comes to finance. My darling, delete that culture, delete it entirely. So I'm going to say that my statement of money journey started with the Holy Spirit teaching me on issues concerning money. Prior to this time, I was thinking that I was really good with money. I thought I was economical, accountable, and all of that. Until July 1st, 2024, that I actually listened to the Holy Spirit tell me that I was penny wise and pounds foolish. Oh my God. And guess what? You know that the Holy Spirit deals with a lot of clarity. He doesn't teach you something and then you're confused. If it's from the Holy Spirit, you would definitely know due to how clear it is, how clear the message is passed. And my darlings, I continued hearing penny wise, pounds foolish and almost everything throughout that week, and I decided to check myself out, examine myself, and I discovered that truly, despite all the praises and commendations I've received from people in times past about my money management skills, I realized that I was hugely lacking when it comes to money management and all of that. And of course, you know that what makes you rich is not how much money you get, is actually how much money you keep. That is why I'll continue to talk about money management. So I would actually advise that you stay through this video to learn how you're going to shift the culture even in your own generation when it concerns women and money. The first thing we're going to do is talk about money awareness. So beyond the receptive nature of women to collect money, I'm going to tell you one thing that is very, very vital. I think it's high time that you start making money. Being a man is already difficult. Don't make it more difficult when you act as a liability. I realized one thing from the Bible I read, that women rather are like assets, not liability, even to their partners. Darling, I'm still telling you, you are an asset. That is how much of what you keep when it concerns money matters and money issues. So the first thing I'm going to say in this channel is read money related books. Now I'm going to be very, very sincere because this channel revolves around truth. Honestly, I had a lot of money books in my shelf. I've read money books and they honestly had no impact in my life prior to this time, because I was like, why would you be writing about money? We deal with money almost every day. If you don't learn how to save, blah, 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 then that's for you. That's the choice you made. I thought that it was all about being a spendthrift and being a saver. No, darling, you could actually save and save and save and nothing to show for it. That is why I'm going to tell you something about this book I read. I've read it a whole lot of times. Like, honestly, guys, this book is The Money Smart Woman, written by Arese Ugo. Really, shout out to this author. She's amazing. And if you've not gotten a copy of this book, darling, as an African woman, you're missing out a lot, and you need to search for this particular book. So amazing. And guess what? I actually had this book in my shelf a long time. When I read it the first time, I was like, this is a beautiful book and she's a good writer. Until I'm telling you, until after that time that the Holy Spirit really ministered to me on the issue of finance. And I reread it again, and guess what? My mindset literally shifted based on what I knew before. I've read Rich Dad Poor Dad before. You know, that's like a popular financial mantra book. I've read this book before. I've read Richest Man in Babylon, and I felt it was like one of the most boring books I've ever read. But guys, after I listened to the Holy Spirit deal with me on the matter of truth of my finance, I read this and I got a different perspective. And it even makes me want to talk about the first step to your financial freedom. First step to financial freedom is to, first of all, get your bank statement. Hey, if you're here to get your bank statement, girl, you're missing out a lot. Get your bank statement. Because I think that your bank statement has a lot to tell you when it concerns the truth about your financial status. As much as you have your health checkup, we have a physical checkup that makes us know whether we have diseases and all of that. You have to go visit your bank. Go visit your bank. Online, offline, do it, darling. That was the first thing that I did. That was honestly the first thing I did. I got my bank statement and I was wowed. I could not believe that. The amount of money I was seeing, I couldn't believe that kind of amount had passed through my account. And I was still broke at the moment. I was still broke. And the first thing that happened to me in my bank statement was that I first saw my opening account balance, what I opened it with. I saw my closing account balance. It was not funny. It was not funny. I'm in Nigerian, and I know what it means for your account balance to look like your child. Oh my God, it was amazing. And then when I saw the accumulative sum total of what had passed through my account, I was like, oh my God. So all of that passed, and I was still broke at the moment. And I realized that the truth definitely sets you free, because the truth makes you want to ask the question, what next? What next should I do? How should I deliver myself from this mess? In fact, that reminds me of a chapter in this book that I'm talking about, this Money Smart Woman, that talks about Zuri, who asks herself the same question I asked. Where is your money going, darling? You have to ask yourself that question. You have to sit down and ask yourself that amazing question. Where's your money going? And the moment you realize, the moment you begin to trace where your money goes, then I'm telling you, you're having a sort of a leverage. It's sort of a leverage from poverty. Everybody wants to be rich, but guess what? Everybody wants to be. Why? Depending on your knowledge. Your knowledge system is something you should know. That was why I said start with your bank account. When you're done checking your bank account, then the word next should be in these books that I just mentioned previously. Read books. Honestly, darling, read books. Do you know the funny thing? Sometimes you even get to be a victim of some of the mistakes that you read in books, but you know that it won't sound as chaotic as it is when you experience it firsthand. Honestly, information is the greatest deal in life. Knowledge is the best thing. Somebody said, why is it that people fear God so much and then they die wretched? And honestly, I realized that the main thing is that you just want to love God. You don't want to know things around you, and you think the Holy Spirit will come and be wasting his time. The Holy Spirit is only limited to the things you want to know. And once you open up your mind and you're willing and obedient, definitely you will eat the fruit of the land, according to the book of Isaiah. So that's something that you should know for yourself. Get knowledge. He said he'll give you wisdom to make wealth. It's in the Bible. But if you don't know the root of wisdom, then how would you be able to make the money? Honestly, because wisdom is literally application of knowledge in that context that is really needed. The application of the right knowledge in the right context. So that's why I say go for knowledge. That's the first step to your wealth. Your first step to your journey. So our first step to our journey of wealth. I know that you're already learning a lot at this point. And if you've not subscribed yet, darling, please just subscribe. Just subscribe already. Press the like button if you're liking what you're hearing. I'm not here for a regular dishing out. I want something creative. I want our generation to have something to step up to, not the regular old mantra. You get? So that is the reason why I decided that, look what, I'm going to talk about finance, even though I'm also in my own journey, but in little steps. And I just don't want us to be the only people like walking these small steps. I want it to be a huge deal for us. So that is why I said go for knowledge. Go for knowledge. Damage ignorance. Joshua Selman always say it. He'll say damage ignorance. Go for knowledge. What you don't know may be killing you. I'm telling you the honest truth. What you don't know may be killing you. So I'm going to actually recommend these books. Money Smart Woman, Richest Man in Babylon. My God. Okay, I have to share this. Let me just share this. I know that I'm almost like done with my video, but let me just share this. You know what? When I actually discovered that I had to do something about my money life that was depleting, it was cancerous, honestly, I started reading these books. And when I dived into Richest Man in Babylon, guess what? I got scammed. I got scammed. And I actually read that in the Richest Man in Babylon book, where Archard, I guess that's his name, the Richest Man in Babylon, he was talking about when he saved the first money, when he got a mentor, and he invested it and gave a bricklayer to go buy for him precious stones in Phoenix. And guess what? Because he gave someone that had no idea about the money that he was sending, guys, he lost the entire money buying fake things. And that's exactly what happened to me. Somebody that was in another state was talking about empowerment program in my state. And I guess that I was so desperate that I needed to like elevate myself from this poverty-stricken mentality. And I invested in it. Guess what? I got scammed. And that was exactly what happened to Akkad in that story. The amazing thing about this knowledge is that it makes you not to be shocked because you've seen this before. You've absorbed this information before. So you won't be as broken as you are if it had actually happened to you firsthand. So that's the beautiful thing about knowledge. Even if you make the mistakes, darling, you won't be shocked. The shock won't like make you say, you know what, I'm not doing it again, because you've been informed prior to this time and you've seen how it had gone for others. So let books first mentor you. You're here to get a mentorship coach. You're here to like download and you pay for stuffs like therapists and general therapists, but money therapists especially. Darling, start with books. Let them mentor you. Books are like mentors, amazing mentors. And I'm really, really telling you that if you're done reading this book, starting with this little amazing book, if you start with it and The Richest Man in Babylon, darling, you are a step away from poverty. And I know this is what all of us want. I'm written out for you. I'm written out for each and every one of us who really, really wants to make it in life and live a balanced life beyond men. We want to be assets. Even in the Bible, you know what? Sarah was an asset to the point that even when Abraham sent her off to Pharaoh because he was afraid that they might kill him if they realized he was her husband, she gave her out. You know what? The exchange rate for giving her out to Pharaoh at that season was an extra income. That's the cows, the cattle, everything that they gave in exchange for her was seriously like huge amount of money, and it made them richer. Same thing happened to Isaac. So don't be a liability, sis. Don't have the mentality of Odogu's wife, if it's my culture. If you're from Nigeria, that's what they call them, Odogu's wife. So you don't need to, stress yourself when it comes to issues of money. Don't be like Lara in this book. Don't be like Lara in this book. Go for knowledge. Till then, guys, I'm still rooting for you. We'll have a lot of money talks. This is just the first step. Don't forget, the first step is go for knowledge. Go for knowledge. Read books. Read books and get your bank statement and would know what next to do from there. Till then, my beautiful, amazing family, I hope you leveled up with this little information I got for you, and I hope you've subscribed. If you've not subscribed, I love you so much. Till we meet again. Bye-bye. Love you.